from the last Clash Bash.
We're going to keep things rolling with another singles match set for one fall. Introducing first.
So folks, we're back after our break. We're bringing you singles action. Something tells me this one could get very personal very quickly. The ever self-entitled Spike Trivet makes his return to Pro Wrestling Clash and his return to Boreham Wood. He's been very outspoken with his thoughts and his feelings on the Clash crowd.
Still sucks, Mike.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about there, that absolute contempt for the wrestling fans he clearly wants to perform in front of. However, absolutely no love for the fans from Spike Trivet, and let's face it, no love from Spike Trivet to the fans. It's a mutual thing. It's a mutual thing. And where Spike Trivet feels entitled, feels like he deserves the no. Oh, Slick, come on. Why give him the microphone?
The violins. This gentleman here, I said it to him down there. He said, "You still suck, Spike. Thanks for remembering my name, because nobody knows yours." Hello, Boreham Wood! Welcome to the last Pro Wrestling Rash. Do you know what? Nobody said this thus far, but I couldn't be happier that this promotion is closing down. And the reason for that, actually, is because I love pro wrestling. I love this industry. I love it more than anything, and I've given my bones for it. And anything that exists in this town is destined to fail. Everything that exists here is destined to become nothing. Do you understand that? Nothing. And I don't want pro wrestling to end up like every single one of you. Absolutely nothing. What are you laughing at, Baldy? Who does your hair? If you stop laughing, open your ears, you might learn something. You and your ugly kids. Now, from what I understand, this man, CJ Carter, who's going to come out, is a Boreham Wood hometown hero. That's sad, isn't it? So what's going to happen is, he's going to come out here. Don't interrupt me. Don't do that. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop it. Stop it. No. I have a microphone, I can be louder than all of you. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Be quiet! So CJ Carter, don't stop it. So CJ Carter, he's going to come out here and he's going to represent this dead town. If you don't stop saying what, I'm going to kill someone. Sorry, I won't kill anyone. I won't kill anyone. Okay, yeah. Yes. You work for the WWE now, you have to disqualify me for murder. He's going to come out here, and he is going to represent Boreham Wood, and I'm going to prove that where I'm from, Cambridge, and everything else is better. Don't pretend that any of you can afford to go to either of those places. Get out here, CJ Carter. I'm going to show you and every single one of these people what pure evil truly means. Hashtag Boring Wood.
And let's face it, folks, those choice words were to be expected from Spike Trivet. And again, I've been speaking all night about the history, the legacy here at Clash. I spoke about how Gene Money has appeared on every single show. There's another man that's got that accolade. Pure evil CJ Carter. A man who cut his teeth in Boreham Wood and whose career right now would be very, very different if it wasn't for his time here at Clash. CJ Carter really has ignited something here in Boreham Wood. You can hear the crowd showing their love for CJ Carter. He's a local boy, born and raised in Boreham Wood. And it'd be remiss to talk about the history of Clash without looking at the history of CJ Carter, of Exile. The group he brought in and essentially that disbanded. That almost year-long feud with Marcus Anthony really put both men and Clash on the map. One of the most brutal street fights we've ever seen. But when Spike Trivet walks into room and makes claims like he does, when he says the sorts of things that he did about Pro Wrestling Clash, you know that CJ Carter is going to have a fire in his belly because he loves this place. For all the highs, for all the lows, for the decisions he's made, whether they be positive or, you know, not so positive, he has love for this place and love for this company. And when Spike Trivet wants to try and run it down, CJ Carter's going to have a few things to say to Spike Trivet, if you ask me.
Check his boot, look at him.
And more early mind games from Spike Trivet.
Check him. Get him in the corner, check his boots.
I'm checking his boots.
Pure evil.
See, I was just trying to stall CJ Carter. He knows what he's done.
Dangerous place with dangerous people.
I'm checking in his armor.
And this is a very deliberate act, folks. Make no mistakes about it. Spike Trivet knows exactly what he's doing right now.
Carter, are you ready? Trivet, are you ready? Let's go.
He's got in the head of CJ Carter. He's getting under the skin of Pure Evil. And he's going to set a very deliberate pace in this match to try and frustrate CJ Carter further, because he knows if he frustrates CJ Carter, he's going to make a mistake. Top wrist lock from Spike Trivet, and this is it early on. Kicks a foot away. And this is the thing, for all the talk, for all the name calling, for all the horrible things Spike Trivet has to say, he's a very talented individual. He could do all of this without those mind games, without that attitude. Instead, he chooses to be a little bit nastier, a little bit meaner, a little bit more entitled. If he took that silver spoon out of his mouth, he'd be just as good a performer as he is, except he might actually be liked. However, the Cambridge boy has other things in mind. Again, going to control that arm. He's got that wrist lock in, twisting the arm in ways it shouldn't be twisted. Again, takes CJ Carter down to the mat. And this is it, folks. This is going to infuriate CJ Carter. Everything Spike Trivet has just said on the microphone to the fans here in Clash is going to be playing in the mind of CJ Carter right now. It's going to be going round and round in his thoughts. And then Spike does something like that. Adds insults, well, more insults, I guess. CJ Carter drops down, nips up, drops down again. Oh, back elbow. And a clothesline as well. And a running corkscrew elbow. This is the thing, you light a fire in CJ Carter. You ignite that beast inside the belly of CJ Carter. When that beast is out, it is going to bring fury. Oh, wait a second though, hung up over that top rope.
CJ, you okay there? Carter? Get him off of those ropes. Come on, Spike.
Spike ain't got the double underhook. butterfly suplex. 1, 2, and you notice that forearm over the face, over the jaw of CJ Carter. Again, could go for a standard pin attempt, but instead he wants to add that little bit of nasty in there as well. I mean, I hate to say it, but you can't argue them right now. Spike Trivet is in control.
Stay ahead, Spike. Sorry. Keep it up. Get him out of that corner now. Let's go. Spike, keep him out of that corner. Come on. 1.
Very hard Irish whip, and again going for another pin attempt. 1, 2. CJ Carter kicking out, folks. Spike Trivet is not expecting to get a win off of these pin attempts. Right now, Spike Trivet is looking to wear down CJ Carter with every kick out that CJ Carter makes. He is forcing him. He is forcing him to expend energy and now choking him with that tie.
What the hell are you doing? Come on. You can't do that. No choking. Come on, I'll throw you out. All right, that's enough. Come on now. Hey, come over here.
And again, choking him out. Every trick in the book, Spike Trivet knows. Referee's back's turned, he's choking CJ Carter out. This is all very deliberate, folks. None of this is circumstantial. This isn't good luck. This is all very deliberate from Spike Trivet. He's cold, he's calculated, and as I said, I hate to say it, but it's working out right now.
All right, CJ, that's
look at all your friends.
What are you saying? This is good, man. This is good. Nice and slow. All right, reach
So he's got that neck trapped again, but CJ Carter will not give up. He is fighting tooth and nail right now. Reversal on that whip, off the ropes, back elbow from Spike Trivet.
1, 2,
2 count only.
Come on.
You hear the love that Boreham Wood has for CJ Carter. This is the thing, for everything that CJ Carter's been through.
Hey, that's legit.
Bringing in Exile, the war, the absolute war with Marcus Anthony. Whether you love him or you hate him, you can't help but respect him. He's always been honest about who he is and what he's wanted to do. Oh, going for another butterfly suplex. And CJ Carter fighting out. Tucks the arm. Oh, kick right to the stomach. Oh, and a fall against Zaguri. Picks him up. But Spike fighting out. Oh, just grabs a handful of hair, pulls him back over the knee and gets a 2 count only. And you can see that CJ Carter, these kickouts are getting weaker and weaker and weaker. So when Spike hits one of his big moves, CJ Carter's going to be even more exhausted, and who knows, he might just get the victory.
You want to keep it in the ring, Spike. What's wrong with you? You want to keep it in the ring, come on. Let's go, Carter. Don't argue with me, Spike. I'll do my job. Back it up. Get it in then, Carter. Let's go. Come on.
Referee Tom Scarborough has his hands full with Spike, but he started the count. CJ Carter struggling on the floor right now. But this is where he needs the love and the support of the crowd. They can give him that adrenaline rush. Quick snap suplex, the second that Carter makes it back into the ring. Spike Trivet's on him and again throws him out.
Spike, where are you going? Come on, I want to keep it in the ring. Come here. Trivet, let's get it back inside. Hey, not down there.
Oh, they're going for a little stroll right now. Where's this going?
What's going on, Trivet? Come on, man.
Forearm on the entranceway. It looks right now that Spike Trivet's trying to drag CJ Carter as far away from the ring and wear him down as much as possible.
That's enough. Come on, I want to get it back in the ring. Spike.
I think Spike Trivet's game plan could be working right now. CJ Carter's a long way from safety. And imagine if you're Spike Trivet, imagine getting a win over somebody that built Pro Wrestling Clash on their back.
Let's go, CJ.
A victory for Spike Trivet basically validates everything he's saying right now. But the crowd are doing their best to help CJ Carter, to will him on. Referee's up to 5. CJ Carter crawling back in, on his hands and on his knees, scratching, clawing, just like he's done his entire career for everything he's got. Referee up to 8. Up to 9. Oh, at the last second, CJ Carter makes it back in. But again, Spike absolutely unrelenting. Quick exploder, 1, 2, and again another kick out. CJ Carter being forced to dig deeper and deeper with every kick out, but somehow, some way, Pure Evil is doing it. He is finding a place to get that energy, to get that will to kick out and keep on fighting. Oh, we've got a half Nelson pump handle, but reversed. Up on the shoulders. Big back elbow. Oh, wait, up on the shoulders. Oh, Death Valley driver. Death Valley driver.
Bring it up, lads. Come on, I need you both on your feet. Carter, Trivet, let's go, boys. Whoa!
The referee starts his count again, both men down. That Death Valley drive was exactly what CJ Carter needed to try and level the playing field. Spike Trivet looking the most vulnerable he's looked all match, but CJ Carter unable to capitalize right now.
6! Bring it up, boys.
Both men back on their feet.
He's up, they're both up. Oh.
There's a shot from Spike Trivet on a clubbing forearm across the back. And a second, that's just nasty. Piston-like forearms from CJ Carter, he's fired up. But again, another shortcut. Pushes him off the ropes. CJ Carter holds on, and this time it's Spike Trivet that takes the trip to the outside. And CJ Carter, huge suicide dive from Pure Evil. Just like that, there's an adrenaline rush. I don't know where he's getting this from, but CJ Carter up on that top rope. Flies in with a missile drop kick straight to the cold heart of Spike Trivet. Again, backing up. Head of steam. Oh, wait, out of the way, but he springs up to that second rope. Oh, long blower. Super long blower. Flying in from that was 1, 2. Oh, kick out at 2. Kick out at 2. But this is the best that CJ Carter's looked in a long time in this match, folks. He's fired up, he's ready, he's hungry. And this is it. When you wake the belly in the beast in the belly of CJ Carter, you have to be prepared. Oh, wait. Oh, but again, going back to that wrist control, reverses it though. Oh, big forearm. Picks him up. Oh, wait, reverses again. Reverses again.
Get off, Trivet, hey, get it off. Get off of me. Whoa.
Oh, low blow. Referee Tom Scarborough couldn't see anything. Picks him up. Oh my goodness. 1, 2. No, wait, CJ Carter still in this one. Still in this one, folks. Somehow, some way, CJ Carter's finding a way to keep going. And this match has gone on far longer than I think anyone expected to. I was expecting CJ Carter to fly out the gates at Spike Trivet, but he was smarter than that. He knew he'd make a mistake and Spike would capitalize. I don't know if I'd have been able to keep as calm as CJ Carter's been, but he's weathering the storm right now, folks. He's weathering the storm, and Spike Trivet is throwing everything at CJ Carter, and CJ Carter refuses to die.
Off that bit. Hey, break it for me, Spike. One. Stay off. Come on.
Oh, some defiance. Some defiance from Carter, and Spike doesn't like that. Got him hooked. Wait, reversal. Rolls through. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Super kick from Carter. Picks him up. And darkness falls. 1, 2, 3. 3 count. And for the last time, darkness falls in Boreham Wood for Clash, but it's victorious if you're CJ Carter. And the man who built Pro Wrestling Clash on his back through the hard times and the good, through the darkness and through the light. As I said, you cannot help but respect CJ Carter. And when he gets a win like that after a match like that, oh, Spike Trivet. Spike Trivet attacking CJ Carter. We know he's a sore winner, but he's an even sore loser. Oh, the stomp to the side of the head. Wait. That's the music we haven't heard for a while. That's Marcus Anthony. That's the Archangel Marcus Anthony coming out here to aid CJ Carter. The man who went to countless wars with Pure Evil. A friendship, a brotherhood that goes back over a decade. Marcus Anthony out with an injury right now, but he's back here. And this is a sight we didn't think we'd ever see again. These two in a ring. Right, Spike back in. Ducks the shot. Oh, picks him up. Oh, what a spinning side slam by Marcus Anthony. The Archangel puts the final nail in the coffin of Spike Trivet.
Let me hear ya.
And again, Marcus Anthony, CJ Carter face to face. The feud that put Pro Wrestling Clash on the map. The hatred, the jealousy that boiled over.
We built this place.
Marcus Anthony offers a hand. CJ Carter gives him a hug. That is what it's all about, folks. That is what Pro Wrestling Clash stands for. Sportsmanship, respect, and brotherhood. These two may have been through hell and back in matches against each other, but right now they're on the same page, because Marcus Anthony's right. This is the house they built. And if anyone's going to close the doors for the last time, it's going to be these two doing it side by side, arm in arm. Spike Trivet, it was a nice attempt, but the heart of Pro Wrestling Clash will be on long after the doors are closed.